So I absolutely love my work, as you know. We've also gone wireless. There's no microphone anymore. So we're trying out this little device and seeing how it works. However, what I wanted to talk to you about today is the wonderful machine that lives under my desk. And you might be wondering, what could that possibly be? Well, I have obviously worked at a desk for a very long time, and when we moved house, I wanted to change things up a little bit. So I bought a standing desk, which is why I am now standing as I am recording this wonderful piece of content for yourselves. And standing desks are great because it means I can stand up, work, and I can get my steps in. But I wanted to take it up another level. And I'm very much influenced by social media, as you probably would have seen from some of the things that I post about on my LinkedIn and also things that I've covered in these videos and podcasts. I am very influenced by things that I see on TikTok and influencers and social media. I just love it. I am a hype for those kinds of things, and I'm literally the perfect consumer for any brand that runs ads. As you can probably see, there are many things in the background of this video. And I saw a lot of these TikTok people with treadmills under their desk. And I thought, me being me, I am a very accident-prone person, as you would have heard me talk about in the past, with broken bones, fingers, arms, God knows what else I've done damage to over the course of just living in this house for nearly over a year now. And I was a bit dubious at first. However, I was on a client call probably 8 months ago. One of our social media clients, she lives in the US, and I just saw her like moving like this on a call. And I thought, are you on a bounce ball or like what's going on here? And she said, no, I have a treadmill under my desk and I've lost so much weight because while I'm on my meetings and doing my work, I just, put 20 minutes on the treadmill and I can get a couple of thousands of steps in. And I was like, oh my God, that is absolutely genius. So I started to think about the idea, and they are not very expensive. They're a couple of £100. You can pick them off on TikTok. I think I got this one off Amazon. And I have to say, it's been absolutely fantastic so far. And then one of my friends, Charlie Morgan, who's very popular on YouTube, had him on the podcast maybe a year or two ago, went round to his house where he used to live before he moved to Dubai. And we went into his office and he said, oh, I should close the door a minute. And I want to show you something. And I was like, oh, okay, where's this going? And I heard this like, I was like, what is that noise? And he said, come on in. So I walk in and he's just walking on his treadmill under his desk. And I thought, right, that's it, I'm going to buy one. So when we moved in, I got one for under my desk and it is absolutely fantastic. There are some times where I do forget it's there because it is, quite compact. But sometimes, probably maybe a couple of times a week, I just jump on half an hour, 40 minutes while I'm doing some work, maybe sending some leads off or replying to emails. And it means that, yes, of course, you should go outside and go for walks and leave your house, etc. However, when I have really busy work days or really busy work blocks, it means that I can still do my steps and not be sedentary, I think is the particular term, where you literally just sit down and do nothing all day. And I'm noticing more and more companies in the actual physical offices where they offer standing desks. Because if you're on a call, and I find this, if I'm on a Zoom call, if I'm on a phone call with a potential client or with a client or our team, if I am either stood up or I'm walking, my brain just like functions in a really different way than it normally would do, which is why I think I like recording these podcasts standing up. I used to sit at my desk. Maybe I might do a few more of these now because we've got rid of the old microphone and hopefully this audio is good enough. Aaron might probably tell me not, and you might see the microphone come back in a few weeks. But anyway, it just means that when I'm standing up, I'm so much more focused either on the conversation or the work that I'm doing. And it just means it's so easy to get my steps in. And since I started working with my coach in March, we went from 10,000 steps a day to 12,000 steps. And I have a feeling that's going to be going up to 15,000 soon, which when you sit at a desk all day and work, it is so hard to get those steps in unless you have a little treadmill vibe under your desk. One thing that has also really helped is if I have a client call, an actual physical phone call, I'll just go out for a walk, stick my headphones on, and it means I'm getting more steps in, because just doing like 10,000 steps a day, which if you don't do many steps at all, probably will seem a little bit daunting. But if you're just on the move all day, you get it from your desk every 10 to 15 minutes, have a bit of a walk around, have a standing desk, I can tell you're going to feel a massive difference in your work quality, your cognitive function, also your physical fitness, but also your mental health as well, because who doesn't like supporting that brain that we have up there? So if you are dubious, I would definitely get a standing desk. I was going to record this whilst walking, but I am not in the best physical shape at the moment, and you would probably hear me breathing very loudly, and it would be absolutely hilarious if I was pointing all my attention onto one point and fell over. Then I might get some money on maybe You've Been Framed or something, even if that TV show still exists. But definitely worth looking at investing in a standing desk. I got the one I have here on Amazon. I think it was about £200, and it means you can put it up. It's electrically powered. You just press a button, it goes up and down. You can set different heights as well, depending on what you want to do. Obviously, if some people aren't as tall as other people, you can pre-program them in. It works an absolute treat. And if you want an addition of a treadmill as well, also highly recommended. Maybe just start with a standing desk first and get used to that. You could, stand up for a couple of hours a day whilst you're working, or do a couple of hours sat down, a couple of hours stood up. It's really going to help you overall. Hope this has been useful. A little bit different to the normal content that I do, especially with now no microphone in front of me, which is very exciting. But stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay nerdy.